Welcome back to the channel where we simplify technology for you. For this episode, we will talk about the essentials of Google Sites. I will demonstrate how to create a website. We will deal with the following: how to create a site from scratch, how do we insert different objects on a page, and then how do we work with different pages, and what kind of pages do we have here. So we will talk about that. Also, we will be using themes so we can design easily our website. And then, of course, maintaining a website is not easy, so we can ask for others to help us work on our website so we can work with collaborators or share our website with other collaborators. And then we will do some setups or settings. We'll manipulate the settings of Google Site. And then how do we make it viewable to a specific group of people, to a specific people, or to the public. Okay, so are you ready? I hope you are ready. So let's start with creating a Google site. So to create a Google site, we have different options. We can make use of Google Apps Launcher. So let me create a new tab, and the Google Apps Launcher is somewhere here. So when you click the Google Apps Launcher, you will see these are the tools that Google is offering us, and one of the option here is sites. So let's click on sites, and you will see that you will have a new tab. You will be pointed here wherein you can create a new site, and using the Google Apps Launcher will show you also all the sites that you have created and all the sites that was shared to your email, okay, or to you. No, so that's one option. Another option is with the use of Google Drive. So let's create another tab, and let's go to our Google Drive. We all know that everything that we create with using our account, it will be saved in our Google Drive. So to create a new site from Google Drive, just simply click on New, and then click on More, and then click on Google Sites. And you will see there's a difference when you use this method. When you click Google Sites, you will be pointed, or you will have your main website, the landing page or the home page, and you have a blank website. So we will discuss this later after I demonstrate what is the last option. The last option is similar to the use of Google Drive, wherein we can make use of, let's say you're in a hurry and you are in a hurry to create a website, we may use the shortcut URL, which is sites.new. When you click sites.new, you will have the same output when you use the Google Drive to create a blank website. Okay, so you'll have the same landing page, or the same page when you use Google Drive to create a website. So in the Google Apps Launcher, when you click the plus sign, the blank one, you will land to this particular page. Okay, so that's how you create a website. There are 3 options. Remember that one. Now let's go to inserting objects, different objects on a page. Since we already have a page, what we want to do is insert some text, image, videos, and files from our Google Drive and other native files. So let's get started with the Insert tab. You will see that we have Insert Pages and Themes tab here. We will discuss them in detail, so don't worry. But initially, when you have created a site, you have the file name. So the file name for the site is located on the upper right. We have to change the name of the site first. So for example, EdTech Demo on Site. Okay, or let's say I want to create this website is for my electronic portfolio. Okay, so let's name this as electronic portfolio. So now we have the first page. Okay, so this is our initial page. You will see that when you click the text box or the text area, you have the formatting tools wherein you can adjust the font style, font size, change the type of text that you have. So by default, this is a title. You can change it to normal text or heading or subheading. since this is a title, let's just leave it that way, and we can simply change the name of our website. So the file name that we can see from our Google Drive, or the file name of this particular Google site, is ePortfolio. You may use the same title for the name for the title, or the title of the page, but you may put there your name. Let's say Gary Garcia. Okay, so let's say maybe you can look for a creative name. So for example, my portfolio, let's say ePortfolio, and then you can have another line and change it to heading 1 or subheading, and you can also place it in the middle. So let's say Gary Garcia. Now so we have inserted or changed the file name and the title of the page. So what else do we want to do? We want to insert a text in the body area. So this one is the heading area. Now there are different types of header. So when you click the header type, you can, by default it is selected, the banner is selected. But if you don't like to put an image, you may use title only. So if you notice, the background color is or the background image is removed, but when you click the banner, it will go back. But you can also make it bigger, and it's the large banner will occupy most of your window. But if you click cover, it will occupy the entire window. Okay, so if you want to select it, if you will notice, it will cover the entire page. Okay, this is the banner, a large banner, and then this is banner. Now let's say we want to change the color. So you can change the color or the background image, because right now it's a plain color for me, or it's a textured one. You can click on image, and you can select your own. You can upload your own image if you want, or you can select from your gallery, or using a URL, or by searching from the internet. Or if you have your albums, you can access your pictures from shared drives. Okay, so let's say I'd like to use this one. So all I need to do is select or double click it to select it. So it will now be placed as part of the background of my title or my header. If you also notice, it automatically changes the color of the text since I selected a light background. So now it becomes black. The text becomes black. So again, if I select another, if I chose another background that is dark, for example this one, remember that my text is color black right now. If I double click this, it will adjust the color of the text. Okay, so let me make use of this one, the old typewriter. So that's how you insert change the background of the banner and select another photo. Okay, so to insert a text at the bottom or on the body of the document or the page of your site, all you need to do is click text box under the insert. So which means these three tabs under the insert, everything that you can see here, you can insert them. You can insert a text box, an image, anything from your Google Drive, or you can even embed an external website. Now, if you're not very good with layouts, you may use the content blocks wherein it means this one has an image here, and then you have a title and then, or a description, a header or a title, and then a description. Now, if you want to have two images, you may use this, or three images, or it is already laid out for you. Now, aside from the layout or the content blocks, you make insert a collapsible group of text, meaning not all the texts are supposed to be shown on the page, because if the visitor of your website sees a lot of text, they might not browse your website because they lose interest. So you may want to use collapsible group text. So you may also insert table of contents, image carousel, and a lot more. Okay, so let's give an example of inserting text. Now, I don't want to go back here and click text box. There is a shortcut if you want to insert a text. So to insert a text on the part of the area of this area, all you need to do is double click the empty area, and you will see the shortcut for inserting different objects like embed a different page, insert an image, or upload from your computer, or insert a text here by default, and then insert anything from your drive. So let's insert a text. So to insert a text, just click the text and then you're ready to type. Okay, so by default it is using the formatting normal text. So for example, this is a sample text for the home page. Okay, so now let's say you want to say welcome to my page. So you may change the font style of this one. Instead of normal text, change it to title or heading if you want. Okay, my cursor is located on the other text, so let's just move it here and then change it to heading or title. Let's select heading, so you will see that it is formatted for you, so you don't have to waste so much time highlighting the text and then changing the font style and the color, because it is already formatted for you. Okay, so that is how you insert a text. So we have the header or the heading type of text and the normal text. You can even make it smaller by selecting small text. Okay, now how do we insert an image? To insert an image, for example, we want to insert it here. You will see that there's a rectangular line, a blue line. So to put the image somewhere here, you can we can insert the image first by double clicking the blank area and then click images. And then when we go to images, for example, Gary Garcia or Gary profile, there you go. So let me double click this one, and then I have inserted my photo. Now let's say I want to put this here. Okay, so if you will notice, this text area consumes the entire width of the page. So what I can do now is click that particular text box, and I can adjust the placeholder so it will only occupy this part. So I can now click and drag my image and put it here. Now to make it smaller or bigger, I can just simply make use of the placeholder and drag it to make it smaller, and then I can also move it somewhere here if I want. Okay, so I can manipulate the photo by clicking and dragging the placeholder. Sometimes the images got cropped, so if you want to uncrop it, just click uncrop. Okay, so because when you move or when you resize it, it is cropping the image. To uncrop it, just click uncrop. Now if you want to crop it, just simply click this, or so when you click this, you're ready to crop. Or you may double click the image and you will have the same thing, and you can now adjust whatever you want to put on this particular image area, and then you press enter, or you can click the plus the checkbox. Okay, so let me double check it and double click it so I can put it at the center. Okay, there you go. So that is how you insert an image. So let's say I want to move it here, so I can move it here because I plan to insert a video on the right side. So for example, I will insert a video here. So to insert a video, when you double click it, there's no option. Okay, so our option, because these are the frequently used items to insert. So to insert a video, just simply look for it under the insert and look for YouTube. So this time we can only make use of the video that we search or the uploaded video. So let's go to YouTube and look for a video. For example, youtube.com, and then let's say so let's say we have let's say Google for Education Champions. There you go. So let's look for insert this video. So all we need to do is click this one, and then we can click share so we can get the link. So we copy it, so now we can select this. Okay, so now we can paste it here. Okay, and then you click okay, so let's search for it. There you go. So double click it to insert it, and then to move it on the right side of the text, we can simply drag it. So similar to what we did with the image. Okay, so we have a clean text with header, normal text, and an image, and then image and the video. So we can now insert a lot of things. Okay, so we can insert text, image, video. Just click and drag, adjust the size of the objects that you want to insert. Everything that you want to insert is available under the insert tab. Now let's continue working with pages. So earlier we created a site and we have inserted some objects. So we have several objects like text, image, and video on our landing page or the home page. Now we will create a new page, a new link, a new menu section, and sub pages. To create a new page, all we need to do is click the plus sign, and then you will see when you move, you just hover your mouse pointer here, new page. You can create a new page, you can create a new link, you can embed an external site using the full embed page, and then you can also create another menu section or a sub menu. Okay, you can create menus and sub menus. Now by default we don't have a menu here. The menu will be visible on the upper part of the website by default. So let's start by creating a new page, so you will see what I mean by the navigation or the menu. So when I click this, you are ready to name a new page. So for example, about Gary. Okay, so when I click done, observe the upper part here. So right now we only have one page, which is called home. Now we are creating a new page called about Gary. So once I click done, there you go, we have home and then about. So right now the about Gary is selected or in blue, which means this is the content of the page about Gary. While if you want to go back and insert more objects in the home page, just click the home page. Okay, so once you click the home page, you will have the text, image, and videos that we have earlier. So you will repeat the process of inserting objects for this particular page. That is how you add a page. So you will see that the menu or the navigation menu or the navigation bar on top is automatically inserted. Now let's go to creating a new link. So similar here, so new link. Let's have an example for this. So I'll click new link, which means it will add another link in our navigation bar or the menu. So when I click this, you will be asked to type the link. So for example, so that is, oh sorry, this is the name for my new link, and then let's say I will point it to www.youtube.com/edtechandbeyond. Okay, so I'll click, so it will be open in a new tab, so it will not close my website. I'll have it checked, so I'll click done, and you will see that we have home and then EdTech and Beyond channel, and then about Gary. Now let's say I want about Gary to follow, or the second link on my navigation bar. So to rearrange these pages or items, we just have to click and hold here. There you go. So click and hold, and then you drag. Once you see the line, you can now drop it, so it will be placed in between home and EdTech and Beyond channel. So that's how you create a new link. Now for example, we want to have a gallery, so we will create a menu, so a new section. So we will deal with full page later, full page embed later. So let's say I'll click this one, new menu section, and let's say gallery. So a gallery is similar to a page, but you don't have to fill it out, because the new menu section means you're creating a sub menu. So let me click done. So when you click gallery, you will see that you cannot click it. Okay, you can click gallery because it's a menu, which means you need to supply its sub pages. So we are now going to create sub pages. So but how do we create sub pages? We create a new page. So for example, page 1 or 1 and then 2 and then 3 are my intention for this is to be sub pages of gallery. Okay, so again, I want the gallery to be I want 1, 2 and 3 to be under the gallery. So what I'm going to do now is click and hold the page and drag it to gallery. So once you see a rectangular shape, it will appear if you move the page on top of the menu. Okay, so you will see a rectangular shape, which means you can now release and it will become a sub page of that particular menu. So click and hold again. So click and then click and hold again and make it on top of the menu, and it will become the sub menu of that particular item. So let's say I want to rearrange it to 3, 2, 1. So I'll just move it here. Okay, so it doesn't want, so I'll just click and move page 2 up. So you will see that this is now a menu section. That is why this is the symbol. Remember that this is the symbol for the menu, new menu, and this is the symbol for page. So you are able to create a sub page. Okay, so this is how you create pages and sub pages. Now, what is the use of let's say full embed page? So full embed page is this one. So you are embedding an existing website. So let me click this one, and then let's say edtech and beyond. Okay, so this one, it's not the channel anymore but my actual website. So when I click done, okay, there you go. I can now add an existing website. So add embed. Okay, so I'll click add embed, and then I can type the URL www.edtechandbeyond. Okay, I don't have to, I'll just paste it, and then I'll remove this one .com. Okay, so you will see that it has a preview because it's a legit page. So all I need to do now is click insert. So that is how you insert or embed a page. So remember that everything that you want to do with pages, you have to be under the pages tab. So this is the symbol for the home page. This is the symbol for page. This is the symbol for new menu or a menu wherein you have to supply the sub pages, and you can now have an embed full page. Now this one, I don't like to place it here, so I'll click it and then move it down. Okay, there you go. I don't want it to be the sub menu of gallery. So now we have home, gallery, edtech and beyond, and edtech and beyond channel. So maybe you want to add contact us. So contact or get in touch. So it means you have to supply the ways wherein they can get in touch with you. So here you can insert a form. If you have a form, you can insert it here. Now let's say you have created something for the page about Gary. You may click that page. So let me click here, and then click the body and go back to insert and insert the document if you want to insert a document. So you can even insert slides, map, calendar, and sheets, okay, or charts. So these are the things that you can embed. Okay, so remember, anything that you want, if you want to add a new page, so consider pages tab as your page of the book. Now let's work with themes. So we're done with the insert tab and we just finished pages. Now let's go to themes. Themes is simply to design your website. So by default, if you will notice that when you add something, this is the name, this is the color of the heading or the title. So you can select another theme. So similar to other apps, there's a theme. When you click Aristotle, for example, it will change the font style and font size, and by default we have a different color. If you want to change the color, you may select from here, or you may select a different color from the color palette by clicking any part of it and then clicking that area. So if you notice, it changes to blue. Okay, so there you go. So that's how you use themes. If you want to use the theme or another theme, just click it again, and then you will see we have the design. And then the font style, you may want to change it also to classic. So the thing here is that we don't have so much choices, but you can use them to change it, or you can use Vision. Okay, so they have different colors. If you want to change the color of the menu bar or the navigation bar, just click the color, the desired color, and there you go. Okay, so that's how you use themes. So you may explore them and decide what color you like for your website. Let's continue. This time we will discuss how do we share our website with collaborators, because working on a website is difficult, especially if it involves a lot of pages. So sometimes it's better to share with our collaborators. So mainly you are the owner of the website. So we will discuss some roles and limitations of collaborators. So the main role of a collaborator is that to help you build the pages, put the content. It's easy to create several pages, but it's difficult to maintain a website or a page because you need someone to help you put the content, the text, the write-up, the images, or the videos. So you may share your website with collaborators. So how do we share with collaborators? So to share with collaborators, just like any Google tools like doc sheets and slides, we will share it with others, with someone. So let's click the share with others icon, and then all we need to do now is type the email address of the people that we want to share this with. So for example, I'll be using my personal email. I'll just say, hey there, hey Gary, please work on the about me page. Thanks. Okay, so you can assign each one, and you have to make them as editor because you want them to edit that particular page. So you share with the email, you share it to them using an email address, and then you click send. Okay, so I have shared it with somebody. So right now I'm using a personal email, sharing this website to a personal email. That is why I have this pop-up message that the provided email is outside of the domain. So I trust this email, so I will click share anyway. So now Gary, or that particular email, will receive an email notification that I have shared this ePortfolio website as editor. Okay, so that's how you share with editors. So they can open the site and work on it just like what I'm doing, except they cannot delete the website. They can do modifications. They can also share it with others. Okay, that's the thing. Since he's a collaborator, they can share it with others. For example, I don't want them to share with others. What can I do? So I'll go back to the share with others icon, and then I will, to prevent this email sharing it with others, because by default they can share it with others. So to prevent them from doing that or from sharing with others, just click the settings gear icon in this particular interface, and then you will see that editors can publish, change permission, and add new people. That's the default setting. So if you don't want them to add new people or to publish the website, okay, or change permission, just uncheck it so they don't have the power to share it with others or publish it or change permission. Okay, so that's how you limit their access. So the role is basically for them to help you build the website, but to limit their access to the website, just uncheck that one under the settings gear icon from the share with others icon. It's here. Okay, so uncheck this one. So it's up to you now if you want to share it or enable it or not. Let's continue. So in a website, we sometimes we want to put some announcement, and sometimes we want to put a logo or our favorite icon. We can do that in Google Sites. So let's continue. Let's check how do we create an announcement first. To create an announcement, just click the settings gear icon, and then we go to the announcement banner. In the announcement banner, we can just turn this on, and now we can select the color for the banner. We can make use of any color. Okay, so for example, for this particular one, I'd like to make use of this color. Okay, and let's say I want to announce, welcome to my e-portfolio. Okay, so that's for example, that's just a simple announcement. Then if I want to have in the announcement area, if I want to have a button, I can also create a button with the label visit my channel, for example, visit my channel. Okay, so I may put arrow if I want to. So let's say I want to put an arrow, so let me put an arrow, and then I have to supply now the link. So for example, so again, just like in full page, I can point them to an existing page on this site or to an external site. So for example, I would like them to I want to link this to youtube.com/edtech and beyond. So when they click the button, they will be pointed to this area or to this URL. Okay, so I also have the option to put it in all the pages, the announcement bar. So the announcement bar is located on the uppermost part of the page. I can make it available to all the pages or in the home page only. Okay, so for now, I'll change it to all pages. So that's how you create an announcement bar. So before I show you how does it look like, let us continue with the menu location, because it is also located in the same dialog box. The menu location, we can change the navigation menu or the menu bar by clicking navigation. So by default, it is located on top. So, but we have the option to move it to the left side. As of this time, it's only available to move it on the left side of the website, of the page. And then we can also change the color of the menu to transparent, which is by the default setting, or to color white background, or to color black background. So let's say I'll make it color white, so you can see how does it look like. Okay, so that's how you change the menu location. Now let's continue with favicon and logo. So actually, if you will see a website, if you will visit a website like this one, techandbeyond.com, you will see that the icon here is not the Google Sites icon. Okay, so it's not the Google Site icon. I placed a logo, so right now it's in a square shape. So to do that, this is what we call favicon, and this is what we call the logo. So I'll show you how to change the favicon and the logo. So let's go back to our website. Using the same interface, you will see brand images. So the logo, which is located on the upper left part of the page, you just have to simply upload the logo. So for example, I'll locate it from my desktop. Let me double check if this is the one. I think this is the one. So I'll just click it, and then I'll work on the favicon now. So I'll make use of the same image. Okay, so all we need to do now is click close, and then how do you see if it's really working? So right now you can see the logo is reflected. Now we've been creating pages and adding objects on a page. How do we preview the website? Just click on the preview icon on the upper part, and you will see how will it look like when you publish it. Okay, so how will it look like on the web? So right now we are on the preview mode. So remember earlier we have the announcement. So this is the announcement. So when this is the text, this is the message that I place in the announcement, and this is the label of the button. So now this is a button. So when I click this, it will point to my channel. Okay, so let's close this one. So this is the announcement, this is the button, this is the logo. If you will look at the favicon, this is the favicon. It is the symbol or the icon for Google Sites, because we are on a preview. We are still on the preview mode. So right now you will see here also that currently we are on a large screen, or this is how it looks like on a desktop or laptop or any large screen. Now there are different devices where your website can be viewed. So it will look like this on a tablet, okay, or on a smartphone or a mobile phone. So you don't need to create a different website or code a website for a smartphone, a tablet, or on a regular desktop. Okay, because it will be done for you by Google Sites. So let's now close the preview. Now let's go to the next item. So you might ask, how do we make it available to the public or within the domain, or how do we publish it? Okay, so remember earlier we are able to view the output by clicking the preview. Now it's time to click the publish button. Okay, so let's click publish. When you publish it for the first time, you will see this dialog box. You will be asked to name the suffix for the URL. So the currently the URL of this website is sites.google.com, and then this is the domain name, my domain, and then we are now being asked to give a name for this particular site when we publish it. Now let's continue. This time we will talk about how to share it to make it viewable to the public or within the domain. So in my case, my domain is edtech and beyond, but I can make this website available to the public, because for privacy you can limit it to the domain, or you can make anyone can view your site. So this is different from sharing it with editors. So earlier we talked about sharing it with editors, which means they can also edit the website. This time what I'm talking about is who can view the content of what you and your editors have done. To set it up that it can be viewed by specifically the people in your domain, just click the share with others. Okay, so earlier we shared it to a specific person as an editor, to someone as an editor. This time we are going to manipulate the lower part. So publish site. So we're talking now of the publish site. Who will consume the site? Who will browse the website? So that is what we call the publish site. Okay, so this time right now it is only viewable by the people in my domain. Okay, so anyone in this group can find and open, which means can view only, because there's a viewer here, this particular page or site. Okay, now if I don't like anyone in my domain to view this site, what I can do is I can specify their email addresses. Okay, so for example, I'd like GEG Ortigas. This is not in my domain, but this is the same way you share it with specific people. You can make them, instead of editor, because I just want them to see the website, not edit it, I'll change it to publish viewer. So just make the person publish viewer so they can only see the website. So they can watch the video, they can see the images and read the text. Okay, so just click send and that's it. Okay, so share anyway. There you go. So that's how you share it to specific people. But if you want everyone, if for example I shared it with GEG Ortigas, I can make it available to the public by clicking the drop down arrow in the publish site and make it public, because by default anyone in my domain and a specific person can view the website, but this time I am making it available to the public. So whoever has the link, the sites.google.com/edtech and beyond/eportfolio, whoever knows that or possesses that link, they can view, because now it is in a public setting. Okay, so that's how you publish it to specific group of people or make it available to the public for viewing. Okay, so that's how you create a website. So these are the essential things that you have to know about Google Sites. There are a lot of things that you can discover. So explore the tool, explore Google Sites, especially the things that you can insert. And what if you inserted a document or a slide or a sheet that is in your Google Drive, inserted on a page, and the settings is in private? You will see that you can see it when you preview it, or in your case, if you view the published site, you can see it. But if the settings of the file is not shared properly to anyone with the link can view, they won't be able to see your file. So make sure that all the files that you shared or you posted or inserted in Google Sites are properly set to anyone in the domain or anyone with the link can view. So again, this is for the doc sheets and slides or anything that you store on your Google Drive. Make sure it is set properly. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Bye for now.